Somebody save me. I think this is where I draw the line.
We hate it.
This is the cleanest this corner of the room has ever been.
Stop! Oh my God, it's chaos.
Should I check the room?
No.
I'm gonna take your clothes.
Ow, ow,
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm the world's luckiest mom, and I feel like I've lost control. Look at my house. It's very messy. It's usually very messy. It is especially messy. And I think it's time for me to have a little refresher as a mom and try to improve as a parent because I'm struggling right now. So I'm going to take a page out of some famous people's books. For an entire week, I'm going to try different celebrity parenting techniques. Some of these are a little unconventional, but I'm willing to try anything at this point. So wish me luck. So Matt is back in the office, and that means that I am home with the kids during the day, doing all of the school, childcare, cooking and cleaning while trying to work. My kids don't listen to me very well anymore, and something has to change. Now, a lot of these celebrity parenting methods are criticized widely, but the point of this show is to be a judgment-free zone. We try everything once, as long as it's safe, and we don't judge other parents if their kids are healthy and loved. First up, something you've probably heard about recently, because it's all over the place, is Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher not bathing their kids. Now, to clarify, they don't say they don't bathe their kids at all. They've just said that they only bathe them when they're very visibly dirty. I bathe my kids every day. Pretty much. Bath time is part of our routine. I have a very lax daily routine, but when it comes to bath time, that is a constant. It is a time that everybody is pretty quiet for the most part. People are occupied. I can sit, and it's very relaxing for everybody in my family. So I am nervous to give up that bath time. Wyatt, we all know, is a spa king. He loves baths. He loves luxurious, long, drawn-out baths. And so I think this will be the hardest on him.
You smell pretty bad.
No, you don't want him on your lap. He has a diaper full of poo-poo. With Henry in particular, I felt like I had to be a lot more careful because he wears a diaper, so he does need regular bathing. So the no bathing is going great. We've already had one massive poop explosion. Hello. Okay, so one bath down. The other boys, on the other hand, are still going strong, not smelling too bad. So we'll see how long that goes. You know, we live in dirt. We live in a dirt patch. Like, we are dusty people. Our backyard is dirt. Every day with the older kids, I would have to do a once-over of like, how much dirt do you have on your body? Grime test. Ugh. Jackson, why is your head wet?
Don't even ask.
Why is it wet?
Because we took a walk. And I rode a scooter. Mm-hmm.
Look at these feet. Wyatt, let me feel these crusty locks. When things got really gross, like topically gross, I did find a loophole. Here's how we get around the bath thing. Okay, now if you want to like scrub your hair out a little. The rest of the boys took one bath that week. Henry took 2 total, and no, never again. So sorry, Mila and Ashton, it may work for you, it didn't work for us. I'm gonna label that parenting technique not helpful for me. Next up is the queen herself, Madonna. She keeps her kids in check with the laundry business, which to me is something that I've really struggled with in my house. My house is one giant laundry pile at all times. So I was really excited to try what Madonna does. Madonna said that if she saw dirty clothes on the floor of her daughter's room, she would take her clothes away and her daughter would have to earn them back by being tidy. I had to tell the boys, I had to give them a heads up, and they did not react the way I expected. So if I see like laundry on the ground, I'm taking away all of your clothes. Okay, I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
How am I gonna take Rosie out to the restroom?
Naked.
No.
So throughout the week, I would do surprise room checks. Should I check the room?
No. Oh god. I'm gonna take your clothes.
To my surprise, they actually stuck with it and did a pretty good job. This is the cleanest this corner of the room has ever been. And I feel like I don't need to take this away because they're actually listening to me. So Madonna, that is a really great technique and it worked very well for me. And I really appreciate you. Hello.
Hi.
So here's one of the More interesting parenting trends that I found. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie used to do family sleep nights with all of their children. They had a giant bed that they custom made, and then they pushed couches up against it for all of their kids and parents, and everyone slept in the same bed together.
Wow.
Now, co-sleeping is very common, but that's usually with just one kid. Sleeping with your whole family with all the kids in the bed at once is something I had not heard of. I never co-slept with my kids. I know myself. I know my family, and I just didn't feel comfortable when they were newborns having them in the bed. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm Angelina Jolie. I am one of the most famous women in the world. I go to sleep with all of my children surrounding me. I cuddle up and nestle into all of them at night. We all wake up refreshed, that much closer, so much more bonded, so in love as a family, and we go about our day as magical beings. That is not what happened. Not even close.
We're gonna cuddle. Come on. Stay like this.
This side.
Jackson, he's escaping. Oh my God. Oh, Henry. So I think that Jackson and Wyatt are gonna be really excited. I don't think this is gonna work out very well with Henry. Careful, careful. Because Henry...
Did anyone order burrito?
Okay, so it's off to a great start. Are you guys gonna let me sleep?
Okay.
Ow, 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 you're on my hair.
Stop it. My blanket. I'm the best.
You know what else I don't love? You guys are not super fresh.
Plus, the boys were sticky because they weren't bathing that week. Henry found a bat. They were trying to raid my nightstand talkies.
Nightstand talkies, stop! Stop! Oh my God. All right, good night, everybody. Good night. No. Oh my God. So, how much sleep did we get? Really, honey.
I think I got about 2 hours of pieced together sleep. In the end, I feel like maybe this works with the giant bed, with the custom sheets. Maybe I could pull it off. But in our current living situation, Brad and Angelina, I'm sorry, your technique just doesn't work for me.
All right, so we've had a lot of conflict these days, a lot of yelling these days since virtual school started. So I'm going to take a note out of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's book. They do not punish their kids. They sit down and have a conversation with them about why they did what they did, and all the kid has to do is explain their actions and then deal with the adult consequences of it. So I'm gonna try it because I find myself just raising my voice all the time and I feel like nobody hears me, and maybe it's my approach.
So this whole technique is a lot easier said than done. I feel like there were certain instances where this really did work.
I heard you and your brother fighting. You kicked him?
Because he whacked a controller on my head.
So why did you think that the thing to do when someone hurts you is to hurt them back?
Because he whacked me so hard. Mama.
Why do you think that was okay?
Mama. Yeah.
I usually just get mad at Jackson for doing that, but this time I had to sit down with both of them and we all had a conversation about why when you hit someone, they're probably gonna hit you back in the real world. And you can't just go around being physical and not expecting retaliation, but then also understanding self-control and not retaliating. So it was a good conversation for us to have together instead of just doling out a punishment and moving on. Here's the thing with this technique, it doesn't always work because my kids are at an age where the consequences of a lot of their actions fall on me.
So it's a school day, virtual school day. Here's the thing, Wyatt doesn't want to do his classes. So we're gonna try the Will and Jada method, but here's the thing, if he gives me an explanation as to why he does, get out of my makeup. If I give him the chance to explain why and deal with the consequences of it, he doesn't really deal with the consequences. I do.
So in that instance, that technique doesn't work. He has to do school. He doesn't have a choice. He can't explain his way out of it, and he has to listen to me. Have I seen a drastic change? No. But I do think that they have a better understanding of the consequences of their actions. And I do think it's important to let kids vocalize their feelings. So Will and Jada, I really respect and admire this parenting method. And thank you.
I'm eating a stale red vine. It's very hard. He's begging me for a bite. Marker face. So I think it's time to do the one parenting style that I've been dreading the most. Alicia Silverstone does birding.
Now, the basics of birding are chewing your child's food and spitting it into their mouth like a mama bird. To me, it has always felt kind of gross, but I tried it with an open mind, with no judgment, with Henry.
Something like this? Okay, I will get it for you. Here, no, you're getting it out of mommy's mouth. Here. Ready? Come here, open your mouth. Open your mouth.
I tried this several times and he just wasn't having it.
Let me get you some cheese.
Come
on. All right, there you go. Sorry.
I think if he didn't know that there was an easier way for him to just eat his own food, he'd be okay with it. But he already knows, if I am holding my own food, I can eat it at my own pace and do whatever I want. And I don't want my mom to be involved. The one time it worked is when I was chewing gum and he wanted a lick of it. And so I figured we could categorize that as birding for a toddler.
I think it's safe to say we hate it. Maybe it works for somebody else. We hate it. Maybe he's too old. We hate it. I do not ever want to do that again.
So Alicia Silverstone, I think it's very clear that your son loved birding, and I really commend you for putting yourself out there. Unfortunately, birding didn't work for us, but I do really respect you. So in conclusion, I feel like I learned a lot from the techniques I tried. I learned a lot about what doesn't work for me, but I did take some good learnings out of it. I really think I'm gonna use Will and Jada's method of discipline in a lot of different areas of our lives. And also Madonna's laundry policy worked like a charm. Some of the others just weren't for us. The lack of baths, the birding, it just really wasn't something that fit with our family, but that's the beauty of parenthood and raising kids, is every kid is different. But it's a great lesson in acceptance too. So the next time we see something published about a celebrity parenting choice, it's just important to keep in mind that they're people too and they're trying their best too. And there's no one right way to be a parent, even if you're famous.
So that's it for now. I'm Hannah, and what did you think of these celebrity parenting styles? Would you try any of these? Is there anything I should continue doing? Did you see anything that worked? Because I need some second opinions. Now, if you'll please excuse us, I have everybody in the bath. Everybody's getting a big old bath. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.